How y'all doing? This is Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Retro TV 91. This time I'm doing another movie reviews, and this time I'm reviewing my last Jason Statham movie that I got. It's called Parker. What Parker's about is about this robber named Parker, played by Jason Statham, and him and some other guys that his partner set him up with is trying to steal some money from this fair. And Parker's dressed up as a priest, and the other guys dressed up as well. Well, one of the guys was supposed to torch the hay bales behind the livestock pavilion, but he couldn't get there in time, so he torched the hay bales behind the dancing hall, and there's propane tanks right beside it, and they explode, and then Parker was able to get the money they had to get, and they get out of there and they drive off. Well, Parker's arguing with the guy who was supposed to torch behind the livestock pavilion, because if anybody would have got killed during that job, the cops would have came for them. And they tell them about this job in Palm Beach, Florida. Well, they tell them about this job. They don't tell them it's Palm Beach, Florida, but they tell them about this job where they could get millions instead of thousands. And Parker doesn't want to do this. He just wants to get his share and get out of there. And they try to kill Parker, and Parker jumps out of the car, and then the guy who was supposed to torch behind the livestock pavilion was sit after to shoot him in the head, but he doesn't shoot him in the head, and he pushes him into the lake. Well, his family finds Parker and takes him to the hospital, and Parker wakes up and he sees the cops coming, so he knocks out one of the nurses, and then he takes one of the patients outside, and then he gets away, and then he goes off and he finds these two guys, security guys, and he takes money for them, and then he gets to where he is trying to find the team that strayed him, and he calls his partner, and he finds out that his ex-team is in Palm Beach, Florida. So Parker goes to Palm Beach, Florida, disguised as a guy from Texas trying to buy houses, because his ex-team has already done this. He's trying to track him down, and this is where he meets Jennifer Lopez's character, and she's done lost everything. She's going through a divorce. She's living with her mama, and she has no money, and she's about to lose her car. Well, she finds out that Parker ain't who he says he is, and she tells him she won't see him on whatever he's doing. And Parker tracks down his old team, and then this old team goes and steals all these jewels from this auction. And they get back to the house, and before this, Parker is done went in and sabotaged all their weapons, well, some of their weapons, and he's done put weapons under the table, that way he knows where they're at. And after they do that job with the jewels, Parker goes to their house, but he doesn't know Jennifer Lopez has done followed them, and then Jennifer Lopez gets caught by one of the guys and captured, and Parker goes out taking them out one by one, and they're able to get out of there, and he gives the jewels to Jennifer Lopez, and she hides them in a place, and he tells them never to look for them because Parker's going to have a guy come get them. And 6 months later, he shoots the guy whose nephew was the guy who was supposed to torch behind the livestock pavilion. He's this big mob boss, and Parker goes and shoots him. And then 1 year later, Parker sends the share of the job to Jennifer Lopez's character, and that's all that really happened on this movie. If y'all have ever watched Parker, what did y'all like about this movie? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out, guys. Good Jesus. For another episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.